There are 7 things you can say that will destroy your relationship with a professional service provider. If you want to build good relationships with your peers, you've got to listen to this edition of The Daily Dose of Dave on the Inside BS channel. Hey now, I'm Dave Lorenzo. I'm the godfather of growth, and this is your Daily Dose of Dave on the Inside BS channel. Today, we're talking about the 7 deadly sins of relationships. These are the things you say that make everyone go away. Let's get started, and we'll start in Letterman style, counting down backwards. Number 7. Can I give you some criticism? Can I give you some feedback? Can I share my thoughts with you? Basically, when you offer to give someone unsolicited advice on their performance, you're going to drive them away. People will ask for advice when they want it, but if you decide that you want to give them unsolicited advice, that's for you. It's certainly not for them. So when you say, can I give you some constructive criticism? Can I give you some feedback? Or can I share my thoughts with you? You're just trying to make yourself feel better. And that's not going to be good for anybody but you. If you want to drive me away, offer your feedback when I didn't ask for it. Number 6. Hey, I'm in town on Thursday. Can you get some people together for dinner so I can meet them? There's one thing worse than inviting yourself over to my house for dinner, and that's asking me to round up a bunch of people for you so that you can help yourself. A better way to go about this would be, hey, I'm going to be in town for dinner on Thursday. Can I take you out to dinner? And then if you decide you want more people to come, out of the goodness of your heart, you can say back to me, Dave, I'd love to go to dinner with you. Thanks for offering to take me to dinner. I'd love to also get 5 or 6 other people together so you can meet other people who are in town who you can do business with. But when you invite yourself over to my house, or when you invite yourself to go to dinner with me, and then you want me to do the work of rounding up other prospective clients for you or rounding up other prospective referral sources for you, that's way too presumptuous, and it makes it all about you. And common courtesy dictates if I'm going to your city and I'm going to inconvenience you and take you away from your family, I'm going to offer to buy you breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks. If you want to reciprocate and say, listen, we'll split it, or listen, you're in my city, I'm going to take you out, and then you want to do something even further for that person, and you offer to get people together, that's way different than you imposing yourself on them. So do not invite yourself over other people's houses. Do not invite other people to pay for your dinner. If you're coming into town, that's great. We probably should get to know each other before you come to town, because I don't know you from Adam's house cat, and I don't know if you're going to kidnap me and chop me up and put me in a bowling bag. Number 5. Hi, I know we know each other, and I know that you do great work. Can you please give my friend some free advice? As a professional service provider, we give people advice for a living. We get paid to give people advice. If we want to give that advice away, that has to be our choice. Asking us to help your friend puts us in an uncomfortable position, because if we say no to you, we feel like we're letting you down and you're our friend. So we're going to say yes because we feel guilty, but we don't want to do anything for free. I never want to give free advice away. I don't want to give free advice away to my parents. I don't want to give free advice away to my sister. I do not want to give advice away for free. Your product is your advice. When somebody asks me to give advice to their friend for free, I don't want to do it. And they're forcing me to feel guilty to do it. I don't want to give away that free advice, so don't put me in that position. Number 4. I bought your book, Can I come to your $3,000 event for free? It's more likely that the person will say, hey, listen, I know your event is $3,000 and I'm sure it's going to be great. I don't want to pay $3,000. Can I come for free? Do you offer any scholarships? And then I say, no, I don't do that. And they'll say, well, I bought your book. Just because you spent $35 on a book that I wrote, and by the way, that I make $2 on every time it's sold, doesn't mean I'm going to offer you an opportunity to come to my $3,000 event for free. Again, I'm sharing with you 30 years of wisdom. I'm sharing with you shortcuts so that you will not make the mistakes that I and other people have made. I'm sharing with you advice that could be worth millions of dollars. The least you can do is pay the price I'm asking for it, which is $3,000. If you don't want to pay the $3,000, then don't come to the event. That's the option. But asking me if you can come for free is going to make me never, ever want to work with you again. Number 3, can you introduce me to your publisher? I get this one a lot. I've written 3 books. One of the books I published myself. The other 2 books I had publishers who liked the idea so much they decided that they were going to invest in me, and they bought the idea and published the book. And a lot of people will think they have the next big idea, and they will ask me for an introduction to my publisher. You have to understand that when you ask someone for an introduction to someone else, that's an endorsement of you, and it's an endorsement of your ability. If you're a first-time author, you've never written anything, you've never had anything published, and you come to me and you want an introduction to my publisher, you're asking me to endorse your work. And I'm not going to do that because I don't know what the quality of your work is. If you have a fully written manuscript and you want me to read it and give you feedback, I will, for a price, read your fully written manuscript and provide you with outstanding feedback if that's what you want. And if I feel like it's good and I feel like it's worthy of being published, at that point I may or may not introduce you to my publisher. But I'm not going to introduce an unpublished, unknown author, sight unseen, to my publisher. I'm just not going to do that. Number 2, this is the unsolicited email introduction. This happens to me 2 or 3 times a week. You think you know who a good introduction to me is, and you just make the introduction via email. And then I get that email, and I feel compelled to respond to it. And if I say I don't want your introduction because it's stupid or it's bad or it's somebody who's a competitor of mine who I'm never going to work with, you feel bad, the person who's tagged on the email feels bad, and then I feel like we're never going to speak again. So don't make unsolicited introductions. If you think somebody would be a good introduction for me, call me first. Let's talk about it so that I can say no if I don't want to meet them. The unsolicited email introduction is an invitation for me to waste my time, and I may say no and I may embarrass you. I just don't want your unsolicited introductions. Pick up the phone, call me first, and if I say yes, then you can make the email introduction. It will save me time and it will save you a lot of embarrassment. Number 1, the number 1 deadly sin of business relationships, the thing you say that makes everyone go away is, can I pick your brain? Hey, Dave, can I pick your brain? Hey, Dave, can I get some quick advice? I get paid to give advice. I get paid to help people make more money with their businesses. If you want advice from me about your business, you've got to pay me. You asking me for advice for yourself, even if we're friends, you got to pay for that. You've got to pay for that. If we were in a store together and I owned the store, you wouldn't ask me to take the stuff off the shelves and take it home for free. You've got to pay for advice because that's the business that we are in. Professional service providers hate it when you say these 7 things. Do not say them. Always treat professional service providers as if their advice is the product that's on the shelf in the supermarket. Treat it like it's valuable because it is. This is your Daily Dose of Dave. I'm Dave Lorenzo, the Godfather of Growth. I will speak with you again tomorrow at 6 a.m. Until then, here's hoping you make a great living and live a great life. Thanks for listening to this edition of the Inside BS Show. My name is Dave Lorenzo. If you'd like to apply to be a part of our community, please join us by completing your application directly with me on the phone. You can call me at 786-436-1986, 786-436-1986. I can't wait to speak with you. Join us by calling me today.